everyone, this is Maki. Today we are going to analyze the hidden small elements in the movie Gundam Seed Freedom with the Gyan Strom. The battle scenes of the mobile suits, where the protagonists shine, are very cool, but analyzing the small elements is also very interesting. Today's discussion will contain many spoilers. Are you ready? By the way, the Black Knight Squad is approaching your house. But don't worry. Press the subscribe button and an emergency hang glider will appear. Good luck to you. Let's take a closer look at the Gyan Strom. It is being tested by Campus, developed by the Zaft military as their next main mobile suit. Campus can receive weapon support from the plant. On the other hand, Plant benefits by being able to test the candidate for the next main mobile suit as part of Campus actions. The Gyan Strom was designed to be the successor to the Galv-Ignited. It is equipped with weapons for close combat with the enemy. But that's not all. It overcomes the shortcomings of the Galv-Ignited. The Galv-Ignited had higher combat capabilities than the Zaku series. However, it required more capital compared to the Zaku series. As a result, the Galv-Ignited was not adopted as the main mobile suit. As the war with the Earth Alliance intensified, a small number of the X series were produced and operated, followed by a reasonable amount of mass production. The Gyan Strom is characterized by the use of common parts with the Gelgook menace. It overcomes the weaknesses of the Galv, which used many unique parts and required high expenses. There is one scene that reflects this attitude. Focus on the scene after the campus members have hijacked the Millennium battleship. They prepare for a counterattack against the Foundation Kingdom. Mobile suits are brought into the hangar. The Gyan Strom appears in this scene. It's the Gyan Strom piloted by Hilda Hakan. It is stored in the hangar, with a now missing. This gyrostrom does not appear in the final battle. Why is it put in the hangar? Exactly. As mentioned earlier, the Gyan Strom shares many common parts with the Gelgook menace. Therefore, it is being brought in to repair the Gelgook menace. The Gelgook menace doesn't appear to be very damaged. However, it appears to have been damaged during the scene, where it flees into the sea from the Foundation Kingdom's nuclear missile attack. In the post-battle scene, while the Gelgook menace is being shown, Albert says there are no mobile suits available for combat. Some may have found it out that this line was spoken while the clean-looking Gelgook was on screen. It appears that the internal parts were badly damaged. It's also notable that the Gyan Strom is brought in while retaining its mobile suit form rather than being disassembled. In the story, the members of Campus are in a hurry to complete their mission. The fact that the Gyan Strom is brought in without being disassembled also expresses this urgency. Thus, the Gyan Strom, having overcome the weaknesses of the Galv-Ignited, demonstrates its advantage of being usable as spare parts on the battlefield. Incidentally, this setting is somewhat similar to the Universal Century series. There is a setting called Unified Maintenance Plan. This was created in Double Lady War in the Pocket. The Principality of Xi'an produced a wide variety of mobile suits. Because they often used unique parts, it was impossible to reuse parts when maintaining different types of mobile suits. This, of course, placed a heavy burden on the maintenance staff. So Major Mokube implemented a plan called the Unified Maintenance Plan. This is a weapons management strategy. It aims to make the parts and manufacturing processes used for the mobile suits as uniform as possible. The fact that the Gyan Strom and the Gelgook Menace use common parts is very similar to the unified maintenance plan. And Major Malkube is the person who pilots the Gyan and challenges the Gundam. The Gelgook Menace, revived by Gyan Strom parts, defeats the Black Knight Squad. This moment also proves that Major Malkube's unified maintenance plan was an extremely effective strategy. The Gyan Strom's shield has the ability to fly independently. Let's watch its performance in the Battle of Eldo. It's in the background where the Immortal Justice Gundam is active. The shield of the Gyan Strom flies and the 105 dagger is cut in half. The shield shows considerable destructive power when thrown as a weapon. However, this feature was not used in the battle with Lunamreer. It may not be able to perform complex moves like the Rising Liberty or Immortal Justice. There was one scene where Rising Freedom's shield made a sharp, almost vertical change in trajectory. Perhaps there was not enough time to show the fight between Agnes and Lunamreer in detail. It's also cute that its appearance resembles the bugs from Gundam Formula 91. By the way, let's focus on the scene where Agnes brings a meal prepared for Kira. Kira says, "Please leave it near me." However, in the scene showing the inside of the room, the food is nowhere to be seen. Where did the food Agnes prepared disappear to? Perhaps the plate Agnes used has the same flying function as the Gyan Strom's shield. Finally, let's talk about the significant achievements of the Gyan Strom. Please note that this is my personal interpretation and only one possible scenario. In the final battle of Seat Freedom, the story ended with the victory of Kyo and his team. It may be that this outcome was only possible because of the contributions of the Gyan Strom. With the help of Elika Simmons and Dove, the battleship Millennium was equipped with a prototype railgun. This was to deal with the Femtech armor, which had incredibly strong defenses against beam weapons. In the Battle of Eldo, Campus mobile suits were devastated. Most of the mobile suits that fought the Black Knight Squad were destroyed. The combat data against Femtech armor is very valuable. 3 mobile suits survived the battle with the Black Knight Squad Sugak Muosame and Gyan Strom. Of these only Hildes, Gyan Strom's Slayer Whip interacted directly with Femtech armor. It also performed an attack that generated an electric current. The Gyan Strom returned with the battle data from that encounter. A small detail, but the Gyan Strom discarded its Slayer Whip. It appears to have a feature that prevents it from becoming immobilized by tangling with the enemy. Zegat fought Black Knight Squad Shiver, but there is no scene where he touched Femtech armor. Similarly, Muosame fought with shooting weapons, but there is no scene in which he touches Femtech armor. The fact that the Gyan Strom touched the Femtech armor and brought back data may be very important. In the original Gundam series, the Gyan lost the competition to become the next main mobile suit to the Gelgook. However, in the long-awaited Gundam Seat Freedom, it played a crucial role in the protagonist's victory. Major Malkube had a hobby of admiring antique vases. When he lost the battle against Gundam, his words were, "Please deliver this vase to my superior. It's a fine item. What you delivered was truly excellent, a good thing. Not a vase, but the Gyan." Thank you for watching to the end. See you in the next episode.